Imagine losing everything you own in a single day: your job, your home, your reputation. Now imagine waking up the next morning completely calm, completely focused, and completely in control. That is not fiction. That is Stoicism. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to think like a Stoic in the chaos of modern life. Let's dive in. Welcome back to Shift Logic, where we decode the science and logic behind a growth mindset. Today, we are going back 2,000 years to uncover one of the most powerful mental frameworks ever created, a philosophy so practical, so timeless, that emperors, slaves, and Silicon Valley CEOs have all used it to navigate uncertainty, pain, and pressure. We are talking about Stoicism. And no, this is not about being emotionless. It is about being unshakable. Let's break it down. Picture this. Rome, 180 AD. The most powerful man in the world sits alone in his tent on the front lines of war. His name is Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome. He is surrounded by enemies. His empire is crumbling. Disease is spreading. His own generals are plotting against him. And yet, every night, he writes in his journal. Not about power, not about glory. He writes about control, about peace, about clarity. One line he wrote still echoes today. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius was not born calm. He trained his mind. He practiced Stoicism every single day. And that is exactly what we are going to teach you how to do right now. The first pillar of Stoic thinking is this: focus only on what you can control. Here is the logic. Life throws chaos at you. Traffic jams, rude coworkers, bad news, failed plans. Most people waste energy stressing over things they cannot change. Stoics do not. They ask one simple question: can I control this? If the answer is no, they let it go. Let me give you a modern example. You send an important email. Hours pass. No response. Your mind spirals. Did I say something wrong? Are they ignoring me? Do they hate me? A Stoic stops that spiral immediately. They think, I cannot control when they reply. I can only control how I spend my time right now. And they move on. This one shift saves you from 90% of unnecessary suffering. Ask yourself constantly, is this in my control? If not, release it. Stoics believe this. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space lies your power. Someone cuts you off in traffic. That is the stimulus. Your anger is the response. But here is the key. The anger is optional. You chose it. You can also choose calm. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus was born a slave. He had no freedom, no power, no rights. But he said this: it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Think about that. A man in chains understood something most free people never learn. You cannot always control what happens, but you can always control how you respond. Next time something frustrates you, pause, count to 3, then choose your response intentionally. That pause is where Stoicism lives. Here is where Stoicism gets powerful. Stoics do not avoid hardship. They welcome it. Why? Because obstacles are training. Marcus Aurelius said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Let me translate that. Every problem you face is an opportunity to practice your philosophy. Got rejected? Practice resilience. Someone betrayed you? Practice forgiveness. Failed at something? Practice persistence. Modern life is full of discomfort, deadlines, criticism, uncertainty. A Stoic does not complain. They see it as a gym for the mind. Every challenge makes you stronger if you treat it that way. This one sounds dark, but it is genius. Stoics regularly imagine losing what they have: your health, your relationships, your career. Not to be pessimistic, but to build gratitude and preparedness. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, said, set aside a certain number of days to be content with the smallest amount of food and possessions. Ask yourself, is this the condition I feared? Why does this work? Because when you mentally rehearse loss, you stop taking things for granted. You appreciate what you have right now. And if loss actually happens, you are not crushed. You already prepared your mind for it. Try this. Once a week, imagine your phone is gone. Your car breaks down. A close friend moves away. Feel the loss. Then open your eyes and appreciate that it has not happened yet. This practice builds both gratitude and mental toughness. Stoics believe there is a natural order to life. Things change. People leave. Plans fail. That is not bad. That is nature. Fighting reality creates suffering. Accepting reality creates peace. Marcus Aurelius wrote, accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together. but do so with all your heart. In modern terms, stop resisting what is. Your boss is difficult? That is reality. Accept it. Do not waste energy wishing they were different. Work with what is, not what you wish was. This does not mean be passive. It means be realistic. Operate in reality, not fantasy. That is where your power lives. Stoics kept a skull on their desk as a reminder. You are going to die. Sounds morbid, right? But it is the ultimate clarity tool. When you remember life is short, you stop wasting it. You stop holding grudges. You stop procrastinating. You start living intentionally. Steve Jobs, a modern Stoic in many ways, said, "Remembering that I will be dead soon is the most important tool I have ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Death is not the enemy. Wasted life is." Ask yourself daily, if today was my last day, would I spend it like this? If the answer is no, change it. So how do you start thinking like a Stoic in modern life? Here are 3 daily practices. 1. Morning reflection. Ask yourself, what is in my control today? Focus only on that. 2. Evening review. At night, review your day. Where did I react poorly? Where did I respond with wisdom? Learn from both. 3. Practice discomfort. Take a cold shower. Skip a meal. Sit in silence. Train your mind to handle difficulty without panic. Stoicism is not a theory. It is a practice. The more you use it, the stronger your mind becomes. So there you have it. How to think like a Stoic in modern life. Control what you can. Choose your response. Embrace obstacles. Visualize loss. Accept reality. Remember death. These are not just ancient ideas. They are mental tools that work today, tomorrow, and forever. If this video shifted your perspective, do us a favor and subscribe to Shift Logic. We are building a community of people who think clearly, act intentionally, and master their minds one principle at a time. Drop a comment below and tell us which Stoic principle hit you the hardest. Until next time, stay sharp, stay logical, and keep shifting your mindset.